everyone, Papa Blue Shirt here. I'm taking a look at my room here, and I'm getting overcrowded again. And so what do I do when I get overcrowded? I build another growing space. This is what I got right now. I got some peppers and tomatoes going over here, and going real good, but I'm running out of room, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going crazy now. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna turn this into a growing space. That whole area up there. That is going to be nice. So that's what we're going to start working on. I've spent the last few days cleaning it up. I thought I'd spare you that because it's kind of boring and monotonous. But this building is 42 feet. So that's like getting a container, turning it into a grow space. And I thought about doing that. I actually have a container out here. But, you know, it's almost impossible to heat and cool one of those containers. I don't know why people make houses out of them. By the time you get done insulating and doing all the special things, working with the metal, you might as well just build something. That's a story for another time. But this is about the same size, so we'll see what kind of a grow space that we can get out of this. Like I said, I've been spending the last few days, probably last week, trying to get this cleaned out of all the stuff I had to keep, but I never use. And so this is what we got. And it's about 7 feet wide and 42 feet long. It's got a metal roof, so if I need to hang something down with something with a magnet or something, I can do that without any problem. And what I'm planning on doing here, I think, is making an area where I can do crafts. So, and I think I'll put a window right here, right in this spot here, so I'll be able to look out. If someone opens that door, I'll be able to look out and see who it is. Plus, I might put a couple more windows. I'll be putting a mini split in here to control the temperature and humidity in here. And overall, this is going to be real exciting. So I'm real excited about this. I told my wife a couple of weeks back that I need more room, and she said go for it. So it's good to have a wife like that who'll go along with your crazy schemes. But she said go for it, so I'm going to go for it. And we're going to make this into a nice little grow space. I've tried growing out in greenhouses, and like I said, I just don't like the swings in temperature, you know. During the day, your stuff gets fried, and at night they freeze, you know. Where in here, if it's a real cold night, I can just leave the lights on for a couple extra hours. It heats up everything in the room, and I don't have to worry about heat at all. And in the summertime, I just run a little air conditioner down there. This one I'll run a mini split. I'm actually going to try to connect probably both rooms with like a blower, so I can just run everything off the mini split. Really excited about this. I want to grow as much as I can so I can eat all my own stuff. You know, when you buy stuff from the store, you have to have a lot of faith where you get it from, because you never know what's been done to it on the way. And I guess I'm kind of paranoid, and it seems like every other day there's a recall, which is the reason I started this channel. You know, I got tired of all the recalls on lettuce. You know, I wanted to eat healthy, but it seemed like every other day there was a recall, and we had to go look through the refrigerator and see which ones it were and make sure it wasn't any of ours. And this gives me a lot of peace of mind. So, well, let's get going on. I'm just babbling now. Alrighty. Well, this is the space here. Just about got it cleaned up how I wanted. I'm thinking about making a painting room right here. I do a little painting. And I haven't been doing it because I don't like to get the house all smelly. Because it's oil-based paints. And I thought maybe I can do it out here. So I might try that. Maybe make this from here over the painting room. Let's see here. Well, I was trying to straighten this wall out here. There's a furred out here about 2 inches, inch and a half. And I pulled the boards off and that happened. Blown insulation. So now I'm gonna try to get it all pushed to one side so I can stuff it full of insulation. Whew. Well, starting to take shape a little bit. Only got a couple hours a night to work on it, but slowly making progress. I left this open here so I can pass the plywood in so I don't have to carry it all up there. And I'm gonna put a window on the end here, I think, and over there. Well, we'll see. Well, I made good progress today. And you may be wondering why I just don't build it on the ground and tip it up. Yeah, for one thing, there's not enough room up here to do that. And for the other thing, I'm alone. And getting it to tip up into these grooves, you know, you'd have to kick the wall back and you might, you know, it's just easier for me to build it stick by stick. But there it is so far. Happy with the way it's going. Hopefully tomorrow, my 2 or 3 hours I have to work on it, I'll be able to get to the end here. Then I can move on to other stuff. Yep, and what I'm gonna do, I was gonna put plywood on this, and talking with my wife, she don't want me dangling on a ladder trying to hang plywood by myself. You know, she's always the voice of reason. And I'm by myself, so I'm gonna hang this stuff here, this styrofoam. And I'm gonna put the white side out so it'll brighten up the area. It's what I put on the inside of my grow room as it is anyways. And that'll be good enough. This isn't a load-bearing wall or anything. So it just has to hold everything in place. I put it on the ceiling in my other grow room, and it held even with the insulation on the ceiling. So that's the plan. I was gonna try to figure out a way to have a hoist or something up here so I could hoist up the plywood, but another reason is 7/16 plywood is $20 a sheet. I used to buy it for $9.99, sometimes $8.99, and I can get this stuff for $10.99, so it's about half price. So that's the plan. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Well, there's what I got for today. Running out of 2x4s. But got most of the wall done. Pretty much the same on both sides. Closing it in. right, now I'm going to start insulating. I use a big pair of scissors. Some people use a knife and they lay it down there and they cut like that. But I find I can do a lot more control with a pair of big scissors like this. especially when you have the faced. If it's not faced, you can cut it pretty good with a utility knife, but without it, oh my goodness, paper rips and all that kind of stuff. So that's the way I usually do it. I'll leave a link for that down in the description so you can know what to get. But we'll get going here. Insulating my room. And as I insulate, I will lose my light. I might have to bring a light up here, but we'll see how it goes. This is what it looks like. Got it pretty much done. Installation. So now I'm gonna start putting on the sheeting. Let's take a look at what it looks like. It's pretty dark up here. I'm gonna have to get a light. I didn't put a ceiling light because I'm gonna have my grow lights on all the time. And if I want to put a light with a switch on one of these outlets, I could do that. But yeah. Seems a lot more enclosed up here. I got this all done in 3 hours. I left this last one out so I could run the wire through. But yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna get started on the sheeting. Yeah, there's what I got so far. Just a few hours. And I'll continue tomorrow. Well, hello everybody. Back at it again here. Trying to get these walls done. Trying to get this room done because I'm kind of neglecting my plants because I'm using all my spare time up here and I want to get moved up here. So hopefully I can get this pretty much done, maybe a couple walls, and then I'll be able to start to bring up my stuff. And but it's going real good. Hope to get the rest of this wall done today. Let's see what it looks like here. Got all that and then all this over here to do. So hopefully, and I'll do the outside after I'm already in here. So, alrighty, let's get going on this. And I will say that I love my Mr. Cool mini split. I had it on dry, and when it's on dry, it kind of cools off the room, but not as much as it would otherwise if it was on the air condition. And but I got a little cool in here working yesterday, so I turned the heat on. But I might turn it on in a few minutes if I'm still kind of cool, just to take the chill off. But we'll see. Usually, if I start working, I'll be all right. Well, let's get going here. this wall pretty much done. I left this end wall off so I can do the wiring. I would usually stagger these, but it worked out right just to put 2 full sheets in, that I can put this one piece in when I get the wire from the box and run over here. So that'll work out. And yeah, can't hardly wait to get up here. It's gonna be so nice. Have all this room to do my plants. Oh yeah. Yep. And as you can see, that white stuff really brightens it up. Haven't decided if I'm going to do the ceiling or not yet. Doing the ceiling would kind of be a pain because I'll have to fur it all out so this rides over the top of that. But it sure would look nice. And the furring would give me something to attach my lights to. Otherwise, I'm going to have to devise some way of hanging them with magnets or something. So, yeah, that's what I have to decide on that. But it worked real good cutting around these boxes. Just put it up there and hit it and made an indentation, and I was able to cut it around. But now I gotta do the outside. But I'm gonna do that, I think, after I get my plants moved up here. Because that way, I don't have to wait till I'm all done. And I can do that over the course of my free time, if I ever find any. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna work on my plants now. Go give them some tender loving care. They haven't had none for a while. Alrighty. Well, this is what I got done today. Got this corner up, getting it ready to bring my shelves up here. Got my outlets in. All along here. Oh yeah. We'll be ready to rock and roll here. I really like being able to walk up to these and work on them, so that's what I'm going to do upstairs too. I didn't like that extra shelf here because it just got in the way. The stairs for the 80th time today, and there's what I have so far. Oh man. All right. Trying to figure out what to do with the ceiling. Looks like they let the tin be stored on the ground for a while. It got really dirty in some areas. I mean, this isn't real bad, but it's still bad enough. But if I put this on the ceiling, boy, it'll make it really nice, but I'll lose a little bit of room. But I just don't like the looks of this. And I got this issue here too, what to do with these wires here. This is not live. I disconnected it, but so now I gotta make a decision. Because I don't want to build this all out and then have to come back and do the roof. I can get it off. You can see there. But that'd be a lot of work. It might just be easier and have a better finish if I just cover it. Decisions. I've been here for half an hour and I've already went up and down the stairs 7 times already. All right, well, I guess I figured out what I was gonna do. I got some 3/4 inch plywood there. I'm gonna strip that into strips and put that up here. Main reason, one of the reasons I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to use my 2x4. You know, wood's so expensive now. And I didn't want to have to run for nothing today. So I think that's going to be the fastest. And it'll look really nice when I'm done. You can see the difference. And that's the difference. Big difference. I do like the idea of being able to use magnets on the roof, but I'll just have to use screws if I want to attach anything. Well, I changed my mind. I think I'm just gonna clean it up. It doesn't look real bad in some areas. I'm gonna try to get a scrubber in. I like the idea of having that metal up there with those lights close to the ceiling. So I just clean this area here where I'm gonna be working, and then I'm gonna find a better solution for cleaning. The rest of this cleaned up halfway decent. It's kind of hard to see from the video, I think, but I think it's gonna be tolerable. I'm an asthmatic in cutting all those boards. Cut that one board and it started to mess with me already, so I'd rather wash, I think, than cut the board and put all that up there. And then I don't lose that extra space up there, so that's what I'm doing. All right, now I started on the shelves here, and what I've done here is if I take a screw and screw right up against this stuff, it's going to push it in. So what I did is I come down about 1.5 inches and put a screw in that's even with this, and so it can't go up no further, and works really good that way. I didn't do it downstairs, and it pulled it up, and it made a big old dent in this, and so that way I can keep it from getting squished into the wall. And I made this little walkway here so I can come to the window to look out and see who's out there, so that'll work out good. Hardest part is knowing exactly how you want to do things, but I think that'll work. And then I'm going to put in another shelf, 24 inches, and then 18 and 18, or 18, and then the top will be 18. So that'll work good. And then if I need to have it bigger or smaller, I can do that on that side. I think that'll be good for this side. Alrighty, keep on keeping on. Well, so what I got so far. Oh boy, 62 times it'll be today. Up and down those stairs. But I guess it'll keep me in shape. That's how I tape the edges there. I don't like getting a bunch of ladybugs and stuff in here. And when I was working on the siding, I noticed there was some ladybugs in there, so I'm going to seal it off since I'm not going to put a new ceiling. But I got my lights in there, but I don't have them hooked up yet, but they'll be okay till tomorrow. Because my wife is waiting for me to eat. Here I come, baby. I'm coming up to eat now. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. I'm on my way. Well, I'm over here cutting my very first salad in my new grow room. My grow room's not all done yet, but this is the very first time I've been growing here. Of course, this all grew in the other grow room. I just brought it up here. 200 trips walking back and forth. But I still got to get my lights all together and everything, but just thought this was neat. Cutting my first time. Alrighty, Papa Blue Shirt. And I picked some indoor tomatoes. See them down there? I'm just getting my tomatoes going real good. I'm hoping to have a lot. But I'll go downstairs and pick some more. Here's tomatoes from the Florida Petite. I really like those. They're like just a miniature version of a tomato instead of a cherry. But these are my shelves, and I'm moving upstairs. Till then, which I'm hoping to do today, I'm gonna pick some more. Pick some more. I love growing indoor tomatoes. And these plants, they only grow like the Florida Petite. I mean, look how small that is. That was a nice sized tomato in there. And here's my pepper. You know, you can grow them indoors. I could have let this one sit there longer, but I need a pepper, so. gonna like this upstairs once it's done. But until then, 50, 60, 70, 80 times a day up these, down these stairs. It's a little old after a while. But that's what has to be when you have it upstairs. You gotta get everything up here. Taking the plants up and down, that was that was a major deal. Now I can pace myself. Of course I did then too. Every time I went up, I brought something. Every time that I went up, I brought something. So I wouldn't have to make a special trip. But wow, a lot up and down. Oh yeah. See how nice that is in there? Nice and shiny. And so that'll make a nice reflection when I put my lights up there. Nice reflection. So maybe my plants will grow faster. It's the ideal anyway. Well, here's what that solar board looks like when it's installed. I think that's gonna work really good. So I got these two shelves done. Now, yeah, can you believe I'm doing all this for 3 people? Yeah, my wife always says, there's only 3 of us, what are you trying to do? I just like to grow things. And so whatever we don't eat, we'll give away. But got my tomatoes going over here pretty good. My room is pretty cool right now, so things are probably not growing real fast. But I get a enjoyment out of that. Look at that. This plant's only about 1 foot tall, if that. All the tomatoes on there. Yep. But so over here. Anyways, what I got so far from my door. I told my daughter I built a half a door, and she didn't believe me. That's what it is. It's a half a door, but it's a lot easier to install the hinges and stuff on that, and then I'll build the door in place. I'll put it all together in place. I'll put some styrofoam in between here, and then put probably some plywood over it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Hello everyone, Papa Blue Shirt. Moving right along here. I'm fixing to put these lights up here. And let's see what I've got done so far. Alright, today what I did is I put in some water. Got water up here. I'm gonna do more working around that. I'm gonna have one of these hoses here. That'll reach everywhere in here, so I'll put one on the other end down there, and one, probably 2 down here, maybe one about halfway, and the other one at the wall. But today I put the water in there, and I got my drain in down there, so now I'm gonna have water up here. There's what it looks like. Don't care what she looks like, just what she cooks like. Anyways, and I had a drain on the floor here, so I just run it out on the drain. It's just gray water. It's not hooked up to the septic out here. So it's just going to be, from plants. So that's no problem going outside. And I run it like this and run it through here like that. And I put an end here because I'm going to go back over there by the sink. And I'll go up so I have the option of putting in a sink, a faucet. But got it hooked up here. I hooked it up with a hose because I need all this here and I didn't want to have to hard do it all with hard pipes and stuff. So I just put a little leader hose in here and I was able to get that to work. And then for my drain here, I had a drain for my dehumidifier. It went down there, and so I just piped all of that in too. So it's gonna be so nice having water up there. Climbing up and down those stairs all the time, hauling buckets of water is not fun. Going up and down, since I've been working on it, I probably go up at 60, 70, 80 times a day. I'll get up there and I say, oh, my screwdriver's down there. I got to go back down and get it. I go down and get my screwdriver. And, oh, I need this. I need that. It's like, wow. But I know there was a lot of days I kept track and it was 60, 65 times. I told my wife I got my own Stairmaster just going up and down the stairs. But let's see if I can get these lights up today and see how that goes. I got these magnets here. That's how I'm going to hang my lights. And they are very strong, so I don't think there'll be no problem holding them. I'll leave a link for those down in the description in case you have the same thing here. These have a little backing on them, which I like. A lot of these they sell, and there's just an open magnet on the back, and then when you put the screw in, the magnet breaks. So these are really good quality. So, alrighty. All right, getting ready to pull some wires through my thing, and I wanted to show you, I got 12 solid 100 foot, but it's cable. So instead of having to buy 3 individual wires and running them all separate, these are cabled together. I'm gonna run this, I'm gonna pull it through. So let's see how this works. Well, got that on the wall today. So now all I have left to do is this one wall here. I'll stuff some insulation up there and I'll run my wire there. I'll put that in and I'll be sealed in. That'd be nice. But this is how long my grow room is. Gonna be big. Gonna be big. Yep. Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt here. I wanted to show you a little tip that I figured out here. I like to use aluminum foil tape because it conforms to everything and it's just a neat product. Like this here, I was able to go straight across there over these humps and everything, and it just kind of conforms to it. And the reason I'm doing this is I don't want no air infiltration, because wherever there's air infiltration, there'll be moisture, because the temperature is way different outside in my shop. And I'm putting this foil tape in the corner, and you know, when I thought about doing it, I thought, well, I had to work just like drywall tape. You just fold it in half and come right, it'll fold right in half and just keep on going. But it doesn't work that way because there's no crease in the middle. So what I figured out is I took some 2x4s and just screwed them in right next to each other. And what I do is I just get it started, And then I put it in between these 2x4s here. And then I just pull. And I keep my thumb right in the middle. And as I do that, and it would work better if there's 2x4s attached, but you just pull it along. It's the only way I can figure out to... I imagine there's probably an easier way, but this seems to work for me. Once you get going right, it goes pretty good. And then what I do for doing the corner is I peel it back like this and then stick the corner. And once you get the corner started, you can just keep pulling this as you go. It usually works better to do half on one side. Just make sure that half is where you want it. And then when you're done, you can fold up the other part. I really like this aluminum foil tape. It just, like I said, it's very conformable to whatever you're doing. I had to tape up this whole grow room here. I taped up all the edges in between all these, and I'm trying to seal it off completely. And so you learn a few little tricks along the way. All right, before I can hang those up, I got to clean that ceiling. I got this. I cleaned the other one by hand and with a rug cleaner, and I tried to figure out a way to do it the easiest way. And I bought this this brush kit so I could see how that would work. And well, let's see how that works. There's the first row. Now I'll do the second row. What I'm using to hang these up here is magnets. Got these really nice magnets here, I'll show you. These really nice magnets. They say they'll hold 95 pounds, and I'm not sure if they would hold that. You know, I don't know, but they're very strong, so they say they hold 95 pounds, so I'll take them at their word for it. But there's a little screw that goes in the back here. You know, sometimes you buy these and the magnets are open on the back, and so when you pull them down, they break. This has a really nice piece of metal on the back, so it makes it really strong. And you just screw this in like this. Just screw it in like that, and there you got it. You don't even have to use a screwdriver. And they're really strong. I mean, I bought a whole bunch from Harbor Freight, and I hang my fly paper and stuff on that. And they hold, you know, for stuff like that, but for the lights, I wouldn't trust them. But these are nice. So I'll leave a link for them. I looked at several ones and these seem to be the best, so these are the ones I went with. And I have them hung up. Let's see if I can span this around here. I've had these over here hung up for a long time and haven't had no problems with them. So I don't expect I will have. All right, let's continue on and get the rest of these lights all done so I can move my plants. All right, well, there it is. I got it all done. The brush worked really good. I used the one that looked like a toilet brush. It seemed to work the best, getting in all these grooves and stuff. I still got to clean more down here, but up here it worked really well. A lot better than doing it by hand, that's for sure. Yeah, this over here was really dirty. You can see a little bit of it here, how bad it is. So that'll all have to be done with the brush. This I did by hand. I got a lot of it, but it's still not perfect. But this turned out really well. And most importantly, my lights turned out really well. You can see them all here. You see them up there. And like I said, I hang these up with magnets on this metal roof. Seems to work very well. Very well. I'll put a link for all that down in the description. Then I use these Wi-Fi things to control everything. I got single ones and I got some double ones because I'll be adding another one down here when I overflow. So eventually I can grow all the way to the floor. It's going to be nice. But I was able to get some of these bigger plants over here. These here were pushing up in the lights over there because the top rows are only 18 inches. And this will give them a little bit more room to grow here now. And but these over here, they're doing very well with what room they got. And I'm getting some nice tomatoes out of them. Nothing like getting tomatoes, fresh tomatoes in the wintertime. Oh yeah. And real soon I'll be having some peppers here too. But this is how this is looking over here. That one's my tumbling tiger, it's called. They look like a tiger. I haven't had none of those get ripened yet, so I don't know what they taste like or anything, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Now I guess I need to go water everything. Got these in my nursery over here. Plus I got these over here. Getting ready to sprout. Need to water them too again. I really like growing indoors. It is so much fun. I can sit back here on my brand new chair and I can seed, my things and all that. Don't have to make a mess someplace in the house or nothing. And to give you an idea of what this looks like, this is the whole length in its glory. It's almost like growing in a container. This is about the same size as a container is, but without all the hassles. A container you got to insulate and fool around, and I insulated this too, but I got more room to work. When you insulate a container, you lose the room on the inside, and before you know it, you're pretty well cramped. I really like this. I don't know how I ever got by without a sink. It's just like never know that you missed something until you get it and you say, man, how did I ever get by without it? So anyways, all right, well, today I'm going to close this in as much as I have material for. What I've done here is I just attached this 2x4 to this ladder here, so when I lay it up there, it won't fall through. And then we'll get this closed in. I got part of it closed in over here. As you recall, in the other video, I put some plywood behind it there because you're going to be pushing up against it all the time, and I didn't want to push through. But I want to build a shelf right here to put my seeds on, and I need this wall up, so that's what I'm going to do today. Use up as far as I can go anyway. And yeah. And then later on in the future, I'll come back and put plywood over the whole thing. Once plywood gets cheap enough to buy. It's like $25 a sheet right now. I used to buy it for $10, $9.98 or something. So I said I ain't buying it. I can just wait. All right, let's get going on that. Well, other than almost falling down the stairs, I've done pretty good today, I think. My back hurts so now. I'll finish up my little shelf up there tomorrow. Finish it up tomorrow. Almost got it done. All right, I got my little shelf built. Not real pretty, but it's functional. You can get back here so you can see it. Now I can walk out of here, walk out of the room here, and I can just go and pick what I want, close it back up, and they don't have to be exposed to the heat of the grow room. Of course, this will only be used in the wintertime, but that should help my seeds to age. I gotta pull that clamp off of there. But there it is, yep. Like I said, it's not pretty, but it's functional. Let's do it together. I don't know how long, if I'm gonna like the idea or not. Sometimes when you do something, it seems like a good idea, and then after a while you say, why did I do that? So, anyways, there it is. It'll work for now. Just open this up, and then I can pick what I want. Whatever I want, and then go back in and plant it. Alrighty. Almost got it done. Well, this Papa Blue shirt. Thanks for watching with me today. And we'll finish that up tomorrow. Alrighty. everybody. Made it to the end of the video. And as you can see, my beard's a little bit longer. I'm a little older. Took me about 2 months. But we're looking good here. Got it pretty much done. Let me give you a little tour here. Here's what it looks like from the outside. Like I said, sometime in the future, when plywood is $10 a sheet instead of $30 a sheet, I might come back and revisit this and put plywood on the outside. But then again, I might decide I don't need to. I do have to put some tape up in the corner there, but I got to get my bigger ladder, and it's raining outside, so we're going to skip that for now and just call it done. And that corner there was a little hard to do because I'm working with my left hand, and I'm not very good with my left hand, especially when I'm up balancing on a ladder. I don't know how well that tape's going to stick to that wood, but I do love my aluminum foil tape. It seals everything in. So, let's go take a walk up here. This is my stairway here. You can see it looks really good. I like the way it turned out. Looks like a house within a house. Come up here. This is my door. Put insulation in between here. And then here is my grow room. Turn some of these fans off. All right. There's my grow room. Still got to get my shelves all done here. Got my mini split going here. I got it on dry today because it's pretty warm outside, but it's supposed to get some snow tonight, so weird southern weather. If you'd like to see how I put that mini split in, I'll leave a link to the video. This video is getting really long. I didn't want to put it all together. So, and here's my shelves. I love that lettuce right there. I'm gonna do a review on that one real soon. But these are my microgreens over here. Now that I got my room pretty much done, maybe I won't be neglecting all this stuff. And I got some peppers growing down here, over there. I've been getting a thing of one of these big styrofoam cups full of tomatoes almost every day. Here's my tomato row. This is only 18 inches here. And as you can see, they're not even filling up the whole space. These are determinate tomatoes, but once they're all done with all the fruit, if you cut all the limbs off, it'll start to grow again. Even though they're determinate, they'll grow for a couple years. So, and I see I'm going to have to move some of these peppers down, it looks like, so they get more room. I'll do that today. But I got my ladybugs up here working away. Asian lady beetles. You know, they when I was making this room, I was taping the corners to keep them out. And now I find myself bringing them in on purpose. Because I had a little aphid trouble because when I was growing that room down there, I kept over watering them. And these are already looking really good compared to what they were. You can see them, the lady beetles there, working away. In the future, I can grow underneath here. That's 2 foot. So if I run out of room, so I think I'm probably going to have enough room for a while. For 3 people, I might turn into a vegetable, eating all these vegetables. And this is from one end to the other. one end to the other. Oh, I love growing indoors. Anyway, if you watched the video all the way until now, congratulations. You have my thumbs up, my dirty thumbs up. If you skipped to this point just so you get to the end, I don't blame you. It was a long video. You're watching 2 months worth of work in a little bit over an hour. So, but I am so happy to get this done. I am so happy. I am so happy. Did I mention I was happy? Now I can concentrate on growing plants. You see, I got my whole row of my baby greens up here. Looking mighty fine. And then I got some in my nursery here, getting ready to come up. So even though I was building, I was still trying to plant things and trying to keep things going. But I'm going to have to start my peppers for the garden here real soon. So, I thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. And hopefully there was something in this video that was helpful for you. If nothing else, enjoyment of watching an old man do stuff. I've always been that way. I always try to do my own stuff as much as I can. And I'm really proud that I put that mini split in by myself. All by my lonesome self. Moved a outside unit in place and everything all by myself. They put it in the car for me. And from that point on, as you can see, working right along here, cooling off in here. So, alrighty. Well, I don't hardly know when to stop here, but don't want to make the video any longer than it already is. So, this is Papa Blue Shirt, and thanks for watching, everyone. And stay tuned for some more videos on growing plants. I'm going to be growing all kinds of crazy stuff in here. And so I don't have no excuse of not having enough room now. So we're going to see what we can do. Alrighty, we'll see you on the next video.